What's good, people? Today, we're going to be checking out some reels that are going around social media that might make you ask some questions. Let's get it started. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Before we begin, this video was made for entertainment and educational purpose. Well, that looked nice up until it didn't. It's dangerous having electrical lines near trees. I wonder why they don't have them underground. Like, what's the big deal? Why does an electrical line have to be on post when it could be underground? I mean, I don't know. Who knows? But then again, I guess it's more difficult and there's more issues like putting the lines underground. I'm assuming, but who knows? Who knows the reason?
Person, bro. Look. That's a hiker. No, it's not, bro. That's not a person. That's way bigger than a fucking hiker, bro. Bro, that's not. Oh fuck! It just
Oh, it
disappeared.
did disappear.
What the
What?
fuck? Nope, nope.
What was that?
I'm telling you,
I don't know if you guys can see it, but try to focus towards the center of
that's a hiker.
yeah, well, right there with the arrow, right below the arrow.
That's way bigger than a fucking hiker, bro. Bro, that's not.
What
No,
was
fuck, it
that?
just disappeared. What the fuck? Nope, nope.
Man, I think somebody edited this, but who knows if whatever that was, if it was real, it was big, giant status, but who knows, people be editing videos like pros nowadays. Oh, what was that? Ooh, it almost knocked the fence down. What was that? Was that a lion, tiger? It looked like a big cat. Strong too. You see how it almost just knocked the fence down? No wonder dude took off. I would have done the same, but way faster. What? See, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's a DJ. That is bad. Them Japanese always coming through with something. Smart folks. Yeah, goats can climb up walls and God knows what else. This is doesn't surprise me at all. I wish I had that ability. Yeah, that doesn't look cool. It's probably drones though or something, but I'm thinking that eventually one of these days it's just not gonna go good. They're gonna say that I don't know. They're gonna come through with UFOs and blah blah blah, but I don't believe it. I just think that those are just man-made, man-made, unidentified objects. I think these are just drones. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna be all dramatic about it. I think these are just drones.
Este es el cielo ahora mismo aquí en Paitota. Nunca había visto yo un cielo igual.
That's Spain.
Nunca.
Yeah, that does not look cool
Ni el
at all.
parece de película. Fin del mundo.
I wouldn't have been able to sleep watching the sky like that. Seeing that the sky is like burgundy red. It looked like burgundy red. It didn't look good. So I gotta say.
With air on, the top surface is nearly frictionless. It's like an air hockey table. And then when you cut off the air, it freezes everything exactly where it's at.
So is that how quicksand works? Is it because there's some sort of airflow going through it that you sink through it? I mean, because it makes sense. As soon as they turned off the air, the sand was just solid. It wasn't acting like liquid anymore. That's exactly what happens with quicksand. You stand on that sand and you start sinking. I didn't know how it worked, but I think now I have an idea. But then again, where's that air coming from? Interesting. I'm gonna look into this.
What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck? Tata! Tata! Tata, sнимай! Морда ще те лака.
Gdje sam? Gdje?
Eno ga. What the fuck, nestalo?
Nestao?
Eno ga, eto.
Šta se dešava?
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Evo ga.
Ali vidi se ovako.
Kako je brzo?
What the fuck? Stavi Nintendo, tata. Majke ti. Otišlo, tata. Vidi koliko brzo. Tata.
Kako sam brže vidio ja?
Otišlo, nema ga.
A ja ti kažem da nesi kameru, ti spraviš pametan.
Pa donao sam. What?
So that phrase WTF is universal. They're not speaking English. I don't know what they were saying, but I did understand the WTF. And it sounded like a little boy too, or a little kid. They be talking about that they be struggling to learn things in school, but they're quick to learn all the bad words. That did look tripped out though, whatever it was. That looked, I don't know, that looked like a powerful flashlight just floating in the air. What? Okay, the description says that this is how you can actually record sound with some cups. But, man, you guys need to put the whole description down somewhere. I want to know how this works. This is interesting. Imagine people recording with cups instead of in a studio. That'd be funny, but I don't see no power line. I mean, there has to be some sort of electricity running because that cup was spinning. So, but that's weird, man. How does that work? That is that is bad. Smart people.
So watch this. So here I have a piece of paper, and I rub the knit needle with a piece of paper. And this knit needle is a polyethylene knit needle. It's 8 millimeters in diameter. And now I'm going to take a syringe with a little Teflon cannula. I'm going to squirt drops of water out, and look what happens when those drops of water get close to that charged knit needle. So watch.
You know what? That's true. Talking about gravity, it doesn't make sense when you come to think of it. They're saying that gravity is caused by the world spinning at whatever speed they say it is, like super fast. Supposedly, the Earth is spinning like very fast, and that's the reason why gravity exists. That doesn't make no sense though, because if the world was really spinning that fast, it'll be throwing everybody out to orbit, straight up. It wouldn't keep you in the center. It'll do the exact opposite. It'll just, man, imagine at that speed, supposedly, it would throw everybody and everything out of orbit. It just doesn't make no sense. And this, like right there, as you can see, zero gravity. All that dude was, all he did was just rub that knitting needle, and well, it charged it. Of course, it caused friction, and the water droplet was just floating around it. Interesting. But yeah, gravity, the way they explain gravity doesn't even make no sense. And if it doesn't make no sense, I just can't believe it.
You think you're the coolest guy in the parking lot, and then this guy shows up.
He has that 1 horsepower. But that 1 horsepower can be his friend too. And take him everywhere without asking him for gas money. All you gotta do is feed him and give him some water. That is bad.
Внимание, вопрос.
Кто скажет?
Кто скажет, это нормально или уже дом горит?
Или это уже пожар? Это уже пожарку вызывать? Что это?
Oh, you know them people inside the house are warm.
Кипиша нету никакого. Ну как
Кто не бежит?
Что
Никуда.
это происходит?
Flames are coming out of the chimney. That means everybody in that house is warm. Maybe a little bit too warm, if you ask me.
Это нормально? Внимание, вопрос.
Bueno, ¿y luego qué dice?
No, joda, no, de veras ya me va a dar mucho asco. Cerró los ojos.
Well, it seems fresh, all right. How did whoever packaged them spinach? I mean, how did you not see the frog in there? Like, come on. Unless somebody did it on purpose. Sometimes when I see things like this, I think that workers did it on purpose. Yeah, I don't know about doing all that. Unless the pay is good, but nah, I'm good. I ain't trying to be working near no active volcano. That looks neat, but yeah, it's not. Everything looks blue. What is it, fire? What is it? Sulfur is used in wars to scare enemies. It's burning in blue. I mean, it looks badass. Don't get me wrong, but if I see something like that, I'm turning back around.
Qué rollo, parece una película de ficción, man. Está como se ve el Banco Popular. No se ve, claro. Más que el gris. Sí.
I mean, it's just like dense fog, or they just got sprayed with something, but it looks like fog.
A giant egg-shaped rock like this, which is standing at a 10 feet height from the ground level. You cannot even touch it, and it looks shiny and smooth like an egg. But a few centuries ago, because of an earthquake, a stone door cracked and fell down. Only then, the locals realized that it had a chamber inside. The door was so well made and it was perfectly fit in the doorway that nobody could even recognize it was a door. They had to put a ladder and climbed up, and this is how they discovered this chamber. No one knows when this chamber was originally created. There are no inscriptions pointing to the origin of this chamber. Imagine a...
Okay, but what was inside? I seen something inside. Ooh. Yeah, right. 100,000 lumens? Where in the world did you get a flashlight like that? Did you take it off a helicopter? Are you serious? Man, is this real? Then people just giving ideas. That is one bright flashlight. It seems like one of the ones that the helicopters be having. I don't know about 100,000 lumens though, but bro, if it was 100,000 lumens, you'd be blinding them cops. I mean, which is kind of what they did. Man, I want to know if this is real. I'm pretty sure they got their license plate, so regardless of him getting away for now, I mean, eventually he's hit. See, you figure out things like this when you have just lots of times in your hand. That guy must have free time for days. If I had free time too, I'd be figuring stuff out too. But sadly, I don't.
Have you ever seen a train running on a road without tracks? It sounds like a fantasy, but it has actually happened in China. It's called the Intelligent Rail Transit, aka IRT, a new type of public transportation that operates on electricity with zero pollution and emissions. It doesn't require track construction or overhead wires. The entire vehicle seems to float above the ground, designed with a maximum speed of 60 miles per hour. Furthermore, the IRT adopts the flexible grouping mode of high-speed trains, with each section capable of carrying 100 passengers, which is 10 times the capacity of a regular bus. With the introduction of the IRT, the perennial issue of traffic congestion during peak hours in cities is no longer a problem. If you're wondering about the difference between this and a bus, besides the increased passenger capacity, the most notable feature of the IRT is its ground communication signal system. As the train approaches a traffic light intersection, it sends a priority command to the traffic light base station. The red light immediately turns green, ensuring the train's priority passage. Equipped with a fully automated driving system and utilizing virtual track following control technology, the IRT identifies virtual track routes on the road through onboard sensors, resembling surface traffic lines. Through active safety, have you ever seen a...
Yeah, China's a few steps ahead when it comes to technology. It doesn't look safe because we're used to seeing trains on rails, but it seems to be working. Yeah, their technology is it's up there. We should do the same. I think everybody should do the same. If them trains work and there's not a lot of accidents reported, then that's the way to go. What? Man, I know how hard it is to get them things off the ground. They made it look easy. No lie. Props to them for figuring it out. Yeah, great. Just what we needed. When I see things like this, I'm like, yeah, if somebody needs to get away from whatever, they just send them drones and you're hit. What? Okay, everything is seemed cool, but what were they doing giving them vaccines in the head? What's really going on? That looks like an air compressor. I know it isn't, but it seems to be working like one. I know it's spraying something, but how does it work? Does it just spray it and it goes into your pores, or I don't know. Does anybody know where mercury comes from? They say that it's toxic, but I see people playing with it like it's some Legos. I don't know, but it definitely it's something mysterious. I mean, mercury. I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly it has electricity. It has like a electricity current, because I seen people connect, I mean, just dip light bulbs in them and they light up. I don't know if it's true or not, and I don't have mercury to test it out or try to figure it out, but if it's true, makes me think. I'm like, is that the reason why they tell us that mercury is so dangerous, blah blah blah, when in reality they just don't want us to have it because we could probably produce electricity with it or somewhat. I mean, who knows, but I see people playing with mercury like it's nothing.
In 1986, 1.5 million helium balloons are going to be released into the sky on the city square. Later, this event would be called the Tragedy in Cleveland. A mesh structure spanning an entire block held the balls. 2,500 people filled them all night. At that time, the record for the number of simultaneously released balloons belonged to Disneyland. And to enhance the image of the city, the organizers of Balloon Fest 86 decided to break it. The crowd cheered and applauded the balloons taking off. However, the cold, strong wind and rain began to scatter the balls, lowering them to the ground. The balloons caused 50 accidents, the local airport was paralyzed, and many animals were scared. The streets of the city were blocked by balloons, which led to additional difficulties. But the saddest thing is that the balls that fell into the lake stopped the search for the fishermen who disappeared the day before, wasting time that people still had overboard. Later, their bodies were found near the shore among colorful balloons. The consequences of the flying fun resulted in lawsuits and the cleaning of several tons of rubber. This event left a bitter mark on the history of the city and served as a lesson on how excessive passion for records can turn into unpredictable consequences. In 1980,
Well, duh. I mean, like, why would you play with so much rubber, plastic? Like, come on. That wasn't the smartest idea. Straight up. I can't believe they did that when they were searching for people that were lost in the ocean. And this paused that. I mean, like, come on. I mean, of course, they didn't think that it was gonna cause a disaster like it did, but come on, people. You guys gotta think. Even I wouldn't have done that. Man, this better not be. See, that's the reason why I would love to have land and be able to have fruit trees, vegetables, and grow my own stuff, because people just be playing too much nowadays. Like, why can't you just let them apples be? Like, why you guys gotta do all this painting and like come on. What do you guys think about this? And people just painting them apples, like, for what? I don't get it. But I guess everything's just a business. Everybody just wants to get to the bag, want that money. That's how it's been. We'll see up until when. But man, why? Why with food and fruit? Like, man. Anyways, folks, it's about that time for me to clock out. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your family, friends, and anybody you bump into on the streets, based on the fact. Everybody be cool out there, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.